tapping on the screen. I really appreciate that. Thank you all so much, because again, TikTok is, I love teaching. Thank you so much, Brina, Abby. I love teaching, but when you're teaching on TikTok, you can't see the people, right? You know they're there. You don't know if it's helpful. And so I really do appreciate when you guys tap on the screen and when you guys give me feedback, because this is how I know, okay, yeah, I'm helpful. Okay, I'm gonna answer this question from Bella. Gosh, I don't want to butcher your name, so I apologize. I'm just gonna say Bella. Okay. Do you provide help personally? Okay, so everything I've taught you guys today, or everything I'm teaching you guys, then there's more, so stick around. Okay, everything I've taught you guys today, if you want step-by-step guide on how to do this and more, in fact, let me show you guys. Okay, for you, especially you asking if I provide help personally. So there's two things. So there's two things that I do to provide help to people who need more help. Okay, the first thing I do is oh, you're so welcome. So you guys are so welcome. The first thing I do is, you guys, I have an online guide. Let me just show you this really quickly. Okay, I'm gonna flip this. Okay, so there's, by the way, I'm Pat. You guys, welcome to my life. Two things I do to provide this information. All those things I've taught you guys. If you want to learn more about all of this, you can click on the link in my bio here. Okay. When you click on the link in my bio, you guys, I have the worst internet. Okay, it opens. When you click on the link in my bio, there's two things that I offer you guys. One, if you want to book a one-on-one call with me, say you need help, you can schedule a call with me here. Okay. Say you're like, I just need somebody to hold me right here. If you want extra information, everything that I've learned in business, all the strategies that I know that I put down in this guide called my Wealth and Business Strategy Playbook. It's an online course that I put together to help people and business owners who are trying to start, who don't know where to start, or who are stuck. Okay, it's very short, and it's just really straight to the point to really just give you all the foundation and everything you need. So most of the things I'm teaching you guys about right now is under this section 3 that talks about the core foundations for business success. Okay, and these are things that will definitely move the needle for you. So this is chapter 3 that I'm teaching you. Some of the things that are here, I'm just teaching you on my live. So if you want to know how to do it step by step, go here. But I also am very passionate about asset protection. I think it's very important that if you're trying to start business, if you're trying to grow businesses, you need to be learning how to use things like trust and holding companies to be able to protect your assets. So there are video recordings here that teach you how to DIY your trust and how to DIY your holding companies. So if you want holding companies in Wyoming or Delaware, I just teach you really simplified ways how to do this yourself. And then there's the core foundation, and then business entity formation, you guys. If you want to learn how to form your business entities by yourself, get your LLC, get your EIN, where to get your business bank account. And then if you already have a business and your structure is not correct or done right, you can come to this video here. I teach you how to amend your LLC and your EIN so you can fix if you don't have a good email, if you don't have a good address, and all that stuff. And then the last section that I think is super important in this guide is literally business funding, right? You guys, it's important to learn how to build business credit, because business credit is how you start to get money in your business name without you personally guaranteeing it. And I always recommend that, because you want to be able to separate yourself in the business, because business carries risk. And so in section 5, I teach you about business funding strategies. I teach you how to build business credit in 60 days, how to get your DONS profile, your Experian profile, how to do everything correctly, listing your business online, because again, when you list your business online, you guys, this also helps you with credibility that I'm talking about, your internet banking score, how to, finesse your internet banking score so that you look really credible. So all of this, if you guys are interested, go check it out. Look at the curriculum, make sure it's beneficial for you before you even think about purchasing it, if you want to check that out. But we're going to keep going, you guys. Okay, so that's how you contact me. If you need more help, go check that out. But we're going to keep learning today, you guys. Okay, the next thing I want to teach you guys is, if you want your business to look very credible, you guys, you need to get a professional business address. Okay, I will hold your hands when I say that I understand that for some people, they're doing their businesses from their home. For some people, they're going to people's homes to provide services, right? But if you ever want to get funding, I'm saying if you want to get not 5,000, not 7,500, okay, Almost every business owner would get that. If you want to get money that's actually going to move the needle for your business, I'm talking 50, 70, 150, 250, 2 millions, right? You need to look like a credible business, okay? So you need to invest in a professional business address. This does not, if you already have a physical location for your business, you're good, okay? You already checked that, okay? But you want to make sure that you get a professional address, okay? There's places that you can get a professional address. There are a few that I'm going to give you, okay? You can get a virtual office address, okay, if you want to do that, if you want to try a virtual office. I'm going to give you options, and you get to decide what you want, okay? You can try a virtual office address. You can try a registered agent address. You can try, some people use WeWork. Some people, even if you have like a friend or somebody who has like an office, okay, you can say, hey, can I pay you something to use your like office address as my address? Hey, sign this contract, because in business we're signing contracts, right? We're not doing anything like, no, okay? So what you want to do, if you're trying to use virtual office addresses, I like Alliance is a good one. iPostal is a good one. iPostal is not that great, you guys, okay? iPostal is not that great, but sometimes it works. It's really cheap. I think you could get a professional office address with iPostal for like $15 or $16 a month. So it's cheap, but sometimes cheap just means you get what you pay for, right? I like Alliance. I like Opus. I like Regis. I personally use Alliance because it's, again, you guys, they're good virtual office addresses and they're bad virtual office addresses, okay? Before you pay for an office address, for a virtual office address, I want you to make sure that you take that address and put it on Google, okay? It needs to show the actual office that you're about to pay for as your office address. If you have a good office address, you guys, your mail can go there. So you can go pick up your mail there, okay? You can book it. So for example, I'm in the e-commerce space. I run my business from the house, okay? But I do have a virtual address as my business address because, again, I know business strategy. My virtual office address is like 5 minutes away from my house. All my business mails go there, so I can just go and pick it up. If I have an investor who wants to meet with me, I can book my virtual office address for a day and just pay an extra fee and then have my investors meet with me at my virtual office address. So this is the reason why it's important that you have a good virtual office address, because when you have a good virtual office address, then it makes you even look more credible, okay? You can use a registered agent address, you guys. Yes, you can use a registered agent address, okay? Some registered agent will let you use the address as your business address, but you need to double check from them. Okay, you need to make sure it's okay with them. They will literally have you pay like a fee, right? They'll be like, oh, you can use our address for $20 or $30 a month. It's important and it's very useful. Hi, Linda, my girl. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining my live. Some people use WeWork. Some people, again, if you have a friend or people who have actual office like location, you can pay them to use their address for your business, okay? Whatever you do, oh, you're so welcome, Carved Mage. Whatever you do, you guys, you're not going to be using your residential address for your business. Blessling Rose, thank you so much for the rose, okay? You're not going to be using your residential address, you guys, and you're not going to be using a P.O. box for your business ever, ever, ever. Nuki, thank you for the heart. I appreciate you, okay? Why? Because banks and lenders, if they are trying to determine your credibility, okay? If they're trying to determine your credibility, they will Google your business address. In fact, that's the first thing that they're going to do, is they're going to Google your business address. And if it shows a residential address, your automatic approval rate has gone down. Okay, that's one. You're seen as a mom and pop. So if you were asking for $50,000 and you're using your home address as your business address, you're probably just going to get $5,000. They just will shut you up and say, oh yeah, $5,000, here you go. Okay, this is why it's super important to build the foundations first. Once you set up your foundations, you guys, then you go set up your LLC and then go get your EIN with all the information that you've pre-set up, right? Your website, your email, your business phone number, your business address, okay? This is how you structure right. Okay? And then once you have gotten your LLC document and you've gotten your EIN document, you guys, you're going to take this 2 document and you're going to go to the bank and you're going to open a business bank account. Okay? You're going to open a business bank account, okay? Because you want to separate yourself from your business. And you want to make sure you're not commingling funds when you're in business, okay? So get a business bank account. If you are new in business and you do not have revenue and you do not have proof that you can actually make things work, say you're just starting, I highly encourage you to go to places where you're loved, not tolerated, okay? So if you're trying to open business bank account, try as much as you can to check out your local community credit unions, okay? Local community credit unions are literally, yes, I just answered your question, user 103. Local community credit unions are giving funds specifically to fund businesses in the community. You're so welcome. This is why they're called community credit unions, okay? So if you're just starting, go to community credit unions. If you're a minority, you're Black, you're Hispanics, you're Latino, go to minority-owned banks, okay? Google minority-owned banks in your area. If there's a minority-owned bank, go open a business bank account there, you guys. Do not be afraid to open as many business bank accounts as you want to, because there's no limit to how many business bank account you can have with just one business, okay? So if you want to strategically build relationships so that you can get money anywhere that money is for your business, right? Funding anywhere that funding is for you can open a business bank account in a minority-owned bank. You can open a business bank account in your local community credit union. Heck, if you want to go to Chase, you can open a business bank account in Chase. But again, I like, for new businesses, community credit union, minority-owned bank, and online bank. I think one of the best online banks that I have personally experienced is called Blue Vine. I don't know if you guys have heard about Blue Vine, but Blue Vine is really a really good online bank. Those are also banks that are really good with funding new businesses. They don't require you to bring a leg and an arm to give you money. You know, you want to go where you're loved as a new business owner, not where you're tolerated. Okay? So you guys, if you're finding this information helpful, give me some feedback on the chat, please. Just say helpful, yes, double tap on the screen, and then I will keep going. If you guys want to learn more, helpful, Codizi, thank you. Blue Vine, yes. Blue Vine, yes, they're really, really, really good banks. Ransom, Linda, yes, Blue Vine. So very helpful. You're so welcome. SBA loans. I do not cover that in my guide. I don't cover SBA loans, but SBA loans are also really good loans that you can get, right? They have one of the best interest rates, but some credit unions will literally, if you go to, gosh, I think there's a government website, I'm blanking now, where you go to actually apply to go like get matches to your SBA lenders in the area. I can't remember. User 13103. If you need more help, just DM me. I'm blanking right now, but there's a site you can go to, fill out your business information, and it would match you with literally lenders that can lend you a small business loan, right, in your area. I'm blanking right now. Mom brain, sorry. Anyways, so when you open a business bank account, you guys, okay, once you open a business bank account, then you want to the next step, you guys, is you want to start building business credit. Okay, you want to start building business credit. You want to start strategically building your internet banking scores. Okay. Have you guys heard, if you're in my live right now, have you guys heard anything about internet banking scores? Put yes or no in the chat. Have you heard anything like internet banking score in business or bank score in business? So no. Okay, no. Okay, I'm going to teach you guys a little bit, okay? Guys, when I tell you that business is all about strategy, it's not about smart, believe me, okay? There's so many strategies that you need to learn in business that's going to really help you get money and be successful in business. And I didn't know most of this business strategy when I started in business. And you guys, I made a lot of mistakes when I first started business, and hopefully you guys can take this information, use it, and just learn. And again, if you need more help, it's not too overwhelming information, but there's a lot of good information in my wealth and business strategy playbook that's linked in my bio if you want to learn all the little things you need to do to literally know how to use the system to benefit you. Go and check it out. And they're all legal stuff, okay? So internal banking score, you guys, you should immediately start to build a good internal banking score the moment you create your business bank account, okay? First of all, what is an internal banking score? Sorry, guys, I don't know why An internal banking score is like a report card, okay, that the banks keep behind the scene, and they rate your business bank account based on a lot of things. But an internal banking score, okay, so your business foundations, okay, your business credit, and your internal banking score actually work hand in hand to determine how much the banks want to give you, if you're considered a risky borrower or not, what interest rate they want to give you. So your internal banking score is very important in business, okay? So again, it's like a report card that the bank keeps, and they rate your business. You're so welcome, she's like, Navy Fred does it, yes. Every bank, F Wells, actually does your internal banking score. So you guys, I'm going to encourage you right now, if you're setting up a business bank account, do not go set up a business bank account in a bank that you already have bad history with. Okay? It's like when you move to a new city after a breakup, you're starting afresh. That's what you should do when you're opening your business bank account. So if you, for example, want to have a business bank account with, I would just say Navy Federal, okay? But you have had a bad banking history with Navy Federal, I highly encourage you to move to a new city. That means go open it at a different bank account where you don't have any banking history with them. So what is a bad banking history? If you have had missed payment, bounced checks, zero balances, okay? If you've had that, don't open your business bank account there, please. Go somewhere else and start afresh, okay? Now, how do you build your internal banking score, okay? First, I'm going to tell you guys this, okay? There's a few things that you want to do when you're starting business, okay? What I'm teaching you guys, user 103, if you've had a good long-standing account with them and you have had good relationship and you haven't had any bad, yes, you can open your business bank account. As a matter of fact, you guys, if you have a bank that you've been banking with and you have really good relationship with them and you have not had a bad history, you can open your business bank account there. Okay? Blessedly, you can open a business bank account. Literally, you can have multiple business bank accounts, okay? You don't need to have it with one. Does that make sense? So, again, I hope that answered those two questions. You can close it and go open a new one, whatever you want to do. But again, if you have bad history, run. If you have a good history and it's all personal, that's good. That would actually help you when you're opening a business bank account. Okay, so let me teach you guys, okay? Internal banking score, again, I repeat, is how the bank rates your business bank account on the back end, okay? It's a report card for your business bank account. So what are they rating? I'm going to start by the first thing. More faster, please. You're talking too long. Pretty, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry that I'm talking too long. Sometimes I'm a slow talker and sometimes I'm a fast talker, okay? So I'm going to speed it up, but this is good. Listen, I'm giving you a free game. People are charging you $1,000 on TikTok to get this information, okay? This is free game, so let me take my time to actually digest the information for you, okay? Okay, so thank you. The banks start to look at your internal banking score once you start to have 10 deposits or more in your business bank account. Okay? So the banks will not even, they're keeping track, but if you want, they're keeping track of your business banking, whatever you do. But if you want to build a good internal banking score, you want to have 10 deposits, okay, in your bank account, and you want to do it in a 3-month window. Okay? Let me explain this. Okay? 10 deposits. 10 deposits, okay? For example, if you are starting a business and you say, oh, I have $5,000 that I want to put into my business, okay? That money is considered as owner's contribution, and it's very legal to use however much money you have to start your business, right? Or to fund your business. But instead of you to just take that $5,000 and just go put it in your business bank account, I want you to take that $5,000 and divide it into 3 and then divide it into 10. Okay? But what you're not going to do, you're not going to deposit your paycheck directly to your business bank account. Okay? So 10 deposit every month. It's not going to be random, 5,200, just make it 10 or more. Okay? And what I recommend to do if you want to build a good internal banking score fast, again, the higher the amount that you can put in there to build your internal banking score, the better for you. You can set up Stripe, you guys, and you can just have Stripe deposit money from your personal bank account through Stripe to your business bank account, okay? Just make it 10 or more. The higher money you deposit into your business bank account, the better for you, okay? But you want to do that for 3 months at least if you want to go ask the bank for a lot of money, okay? That's one. The next thing you're going to do, you guys, is you're going to never, ever have a negative bank day. Again, this is all strategy, right? If you want, for me, when I'm trying to go get money from the bank, I have a strategy. I know exactly when I want to work into the bank to get money. So I build all of this foundation before I go into the bank, because they're going to look at everything. They're going to look at my internal banking score and it's going to be high. Then they're going to look at my business credit and it's going to be high. Then they're going to look at my business structure and it's going to be great. And they will have no option than to give me the money that I deserve, okay? So I do 3 months. Personally, I do 3 months. And in that 3 months, I will have 10 deposits going to my business bank account. Again, just have it go through Stripe directly to my business bank account. It's called owner's contribution. I'm not doing anything illegally. I'm just being strategic and building my internal banking score. You're not depositing your paycheck. The next thing you guys are going to do is you're not going to have a negative balance in your business bank account. That means the moment you open your business bank account, I want you to just deposit like $200 and just let that money like age out. Okay? So the day you open your business bank account, I want you to deposit if it's $200 you have, if it's $100 you have, and you're not going to have any negative balance at all. Okay? The next thing you guys are going to do is you're going to make sure that at the end of every month, okay, your balance in your business bank account is just a little bit higher than it was at the beginning of the month. Okay? I repeat. If you're starting the month at like 500 or whatever, at the end of the month, I want you to make that $550. Okay? You are not going to have any bounce check. This should be common sense, okay? You guys, you can deposit the money. You can have 10 deposit come in. Again, nothing less than 10 deposit. You can have 20, whatever you want to do, right? But if you have deposits and you want to have withdrawals, right? So you want to pull money because it's a business bank account. You can pull money out. You can deposit money and pull money out. Your withdrawals would never be more than your deposit. Okay? If you have 10 deposits and you want to withdraw money out as well to do business or whatever, right? Please and please don't do 10 withdrawals. Okay? Just do 5 or 7, okay? I maybe I'm forgetting some things. I may be forgetting some things, but These are some of the most important things they look at in your internal banking score: your 10 deposits, your beginning balance and your ending balance, your no negative days, no bounce checks. That's kind of common sense, but you'd be surprised that people actually don't do that. Let me tell you, I have done all the mistakes, okay, that you could have ever made in business. So I'm not trying to shame anybody. I have done it too. And yeah, you want to do that for 3 months at least before you go ask the bank for real money, okay? Okay? I have a question. Can I come up momentary to ask simple questions and compliments? I'll think about that, okay? Or you can just DM me and I will make sure that we can chat. I can answer your questions. I'm pretty happy to answer your questions. I'm just trying to make sure that, like, it's not taking the discussion away from, what I'm trying to teach people, if that makes sense, right? So I appreciate you, girl, and I don't mind even, like, doing a voice note if you need help, like, or something. If you want to, like, leave me a voice note in a DM. I love voice notes. I will answer you, okay? But I just want to make sure that I'm not, like, diverting the information or the conversation. So, anyways, does this help you? Was this helpful? Was this clear for your internal banking score? Again, you want to use anything that you're going to use already in your business to help you, but you want to do it strategically, okay? Because this is what people are doing in business, okay? I have friends, okay? I'm just gonna be honest with you. Most of my friends are entrepreneurs, okay? And they are in the business of literally building business, getting business credit. They're in the businesses of opening multiple LLCs. That's all they do. They just have 10, 15 limited liability companies. And because they have learned all of the strategies, their business model is opening new businesses and getting funding. And then they have a holding company, and then they pile that money up, and then they use that to buy investment properties like Section 8 cheap homes in the Midwest for, like, cheap. And that's what I have friends. That's their business model. You guys, this is the reason why I encourage you to learn as much as you can. Learn business strategy, because you only need to learn it once. Okay? Once you learn it once, you can literally, it's going to help you, like, forever. It's just something that is going to be a game changer for you. Kaya Amaya, have a call scheduled with you tomorrow. Can't wait. Excited to see you. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not a tax girl. A lot of people come to my call and they want to ask me about taxes. I don't know I know a lot about taxes, okay, guys? Okay, I'm in finance. I did some accounting, but I don't like it. So I don't like to talk about it. But if you want to talk about protecting your asset, business structure, business credit, you can book a call with me. I'm going to tell you guys right now, 90% of the people that want to meet with me, I always tell them, if you want to meet with me, maybe always meet with me if you're like, I need a hand holding and just need to talk to you. You're welcome. I love you and I'll talk to you more. But for some people, you will get a lot of benefit from my wealth and business strategy playbook linked in my bio, because I have literally sat down and took my time to write every strategy that I know will be important to help you go from being stuck to knowing exactly what to do to unlock the opportunities that your business deserves, you guys. Your business deserves to get a piece of the pie too, okay? The reason your business does not have the piece of the pie is because you do not know the strategy. Okay, Kenzo Man, I do not help people raise capital at all. Actually, I used to do that. I used to work in venture capital. I used to work in private equity, and I used to work as an investment banker on Wall Street. So I did that in my past, okay? I don't actively do that right now, okay? What I do is I teach you business strategy, and I teach you how to build business credit, and I teach you how to protect your asset, and I teach you how to structure right, so that when you walk into the bank, you can get the money that you deserve. Is this for a business bank account? We just talked about a business bank account, okay? But what I'm talking about is my wealth and business strategy playbook that's linked in my TikTok bio that has all of this information, right? If you want to learn how to What about business checking account? Ransom lender, I encourage you to actually have a business checking and a business savings account. It's most banks require you to even have both, but it's free or maybe $5 is really cheap. So you just have the two. I hope that answers your question. Welcome here, wine, not chocolate. I love both, by the way. Just kidding. Okay, so I hope that I have inspired you to take the leap of faith to do something for yourself, you guys. Again, if you want to start a business, go learn what you need to learn to be able to be successful in business, because people who are successful in business are not the smartest. When I started my first business, you guys, I was working as an investment banker on Wall Street and I failed. My first business was a complete flop and I lost thousands of dollars. Okay. Business has nothing to do with being smart. The smartest people are actually working for people. Okay. But when I learned the strategies in business, I became a successful business owner. And let me tell you guys what is the most beautiful thing about being in business. Okay. For me, is the fact that every business that I will ever start in my life, okay, if I want to start another business tomorrow, I will. I'm in the e-commerce space. That's all I know how to do. I will never fund it with my money. I will always strategically place myself where I will get money from Uncle Sam to start my business, okay? And then I will start generating revenue from my business. And then I will go back to the bank and I say, hey, do you see this internet banking score? Do you see all this money coming in from my Amazon business, all this deposits? Yeah, I want to expand now. I want money. And they will give you money because at that point, they already see I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. The money is going to your bank account. You're seeing it because you're keeping a score. So now you're going to give me even more money. Okay, I'm going to answer a few questions here. And then, is an S Corp better than an LLC? Everything hobby. An S Corp is not a business entity, okay? An S Corp is a tax election, okay? So if you have an LLC and your business start to make $40,000 or more in profit, then I encourage you to elect to be taxed as an S Corp, and here's why. If you are taxed if you just have an LLC, you're going to be taking money from your business as a salary. You have one way to pull money out from your business, okay? It's called salary, okay? Honest draw, salary, I'm forgetting. You just have one way to pull money out of your business, okay? But if you elect to be taxed as an S Corp, okay, you have two ways to pull money from your business, okay? There is something called an owner's draw, which you do not pay self-employment taxes on, so it helps reduce your taxable burden. And then there's a salary, okay? So that means this is why people elect to be taxed as an S Corp, because it has tax advantages. So you can pull money out of your account in two ways. One way you don't have to pay self-employment taxes, the other way you have to. I hope that answers your question, everything hobby. Wine, hot chocolate. You're hilarious. Users say, yes, building confidence and courage to do something. You can do it. Which bank is best to bank for a business startup? Minority-owned bank, community credit unions, online banks. These are the three, by far, the three best places that you need to get a business bank account if you're just starting. Community credit unions, they're literally community credit unions. Their goal is to help small businesses thrive in the community, right? Because again, America is a capitalist community and they know that the backbone of America is small businesses. So there's funding specifically for community credit unions to help businesses in the region thrive. Minority-owned banks also, right? They're minority-owned banks that are dedicated to help support minority in business. And then online banks like Blue Vine is literally one of the best ones, are what I would recommend. And once you start to make revenue, go to the Chases, okay? Go to the Bank of America. Also, Navy Federal is a community credit union, and it's also good. But it's a bigger community credit union. With personal credit first, credit card, I'm just going to say this, okay? If you have good personal credit in business, it's never going to hurt you, Okay, I'm gonna hold your hands when I tell you this, okay? Anything above 684 in business banking is considered good credit, okay? A good credit will never hurt you, it always help you. But I will say, if you have bad credit, or if you do not have good credit, then you need to learn how to build business credit, okay? That should be your like bread and butter. You need to learn how to open vendor accounts. You need to learn how to open DUNS, your DUNS number. Make sure you set up your structure is right and all that, and start to build business credit. That's how I would do it if I have really bad personal credit. Okay, so let me see. More questions, sorry. So I think I answered the S-Corp question. I think I answered which bank is better. Okay, I think I answered only 129 will help all you get generational. Yes. You guys, my wealth and business strategy playbook is only $129.99. Let me show you guys one more time what I cover, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I had a very hard time trying to decide how much to charge for this, because the psychology of humans is that when something is a little affordable, you think there is no value in it, right? And my mentor said, oh, you should probably charge $6.99 because the value is way more than that. But I really wanted to reach the people who I want, because again, my mentor, she's a Caucasian lady, okay, and she's rich and she thinks money is in the air. So it's $129.99, and I'm going to show you guys right now all the things you're going to learn from it. Again, make sure that you look at the curriculum and just make sure, see if it's beneficial for you. If it's beneficial for you, get it. If it's not, don't worry about it, okay? You can go to my TikTok bio or my profile. I have really good information you can get that will help you in business, because I always try to not gatekeep and just give you. But if you want everything in one location, simplify, just easy to follow step-by-step video on how to actually do things. It's hard because I can't teach you on TikTok like how to actually go do this and do this, right? I'm also losing my voice, but let me show you really quickly. I'm gonna flip my camera right now. So if you go here, TikTok profile, if you go here, if you click on that link, it's going to bring out this page. If you click on this page, you guys, it's going to bring out this page. Okay, and then if you look at the course, I teach you guys a lot of things, okay? Asset protection, which I am very passionate about, so I put it there. How to DIY a trust, you guys. Please and please, do not tell me trust is only for rich people, okay? You can have a revocable trust. Literally, I teach you how to do it here. You can DIY it yourself, okay? Go set up a revocable trust. As you gather your asset, you move it to the trust, okay? If you have a job and you have 401k, let the trust be the beneficiary of the 401k, okay? Again, learn how to do stuff that's going to help your future, okay? Prevent you from going to probate. God forbid anything happens, because it's going to happen one day. We just don't know when. Set up holding companies, you guys. It's important to learn how to use holding company. Like I told you guys, I have a lot of friends who just, their business is having multiple LLCs. Excuse me. And a holding company. So I teach you how to set up a holding company in Wyoming. Wyoming is one of the best states to have a holding company. I teach you core business foundation, right? A lot of things that I've mentioned today are here. There's more here, but most of the things I thought you were here. Business entity formation, okay? I teach you guys how to form your business entities. I don't care if you want to pay an accountant or go to LegalZoom to form your business entities, okay? When I first started business, I paid an accountant $750 to set up an LLC for me right here. And this man put my freaking home address, okay, in the public records, okay, for $750. Again, I didn't know what I was doing, so yeah, so learn what you're doing. So even though you decide to pay people to do it for you, you know exactly what information to give them, you know exactly what questions to ask, and you are knowledgeable. So they can't just do bullshit work for you, okay? If you already have a business and your business is not very well structured, and then I also teach you business bank accounts, where to go, right? Please, this video here teaches you, based on popular demand, how to amend your already formed LLCs and EIN, okay? Then business funding. If you're in business, you need to learn business funding, okay? You need to learn how to build business credit in 60 days, especially if your personal credit is bad. If you have bad personal credit, you guys, you want to make sure your business credit is top notch, okay? You guys, you can build a business credit with a paydex score of 80 in 60 days if you follow the strategies that I teach you. No kidding. This right here. I teach you how to get your DONS profile and how to set it up right. I teach you how to set up your Experian profile. I teach you how to list your business on Google and the phone one directly. Then I teach you more about internal banking scores. So I tell you about internal banking scores right now, but there's more stuff. Or if I forgot anything, if there's anything I forgot, or sometimes when you're teaching you forget stuff, it's there. Let's see. 1 second. TikTok does this thing where if you've been on live for 1 hour, you have to do something to make sure you're not like a robot. Can you use your first LLC IBS to help fund another LLC under the same? Good question, user 103. I'm just going to tell you what my friends who are entrepreneurs do, okay? And I've done it too, okay? You can use, once you have one business starting, I'm just going to tell you what people do, okay? People move funds, okay? Say you have one successful business and you want to set up another business and you want to be able to get good funding for that business, okay? Yeah, people move funds to build their internal banking score. I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. You're so welcome. Once you get 40K, make an S Corp before an LLC, as S Corp is tax advantage. Yeah, you have to have a business entity though, because an S Corp is not a business entity. So you have to have an LLC first before you can elect to be taxed as an S Corp. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, I'm going to answer a few more questions. I want to make sure I answer all you guys. Switzerland. Okay, Switzerland, welcome here. I have instant credit, looking to get into business. I still have to PG it. I'm going to tell you right now, credit, Kyle, use whatever you can as leverage to get the money that you deserve for business, okay? When you're starting. Okay, when you're starting, if I teach you how to build business credit, or if you don't want to PG it, build business credit, right? Just be strategic and build business credit. Once you build business credit, you can now be able to get loans and line of credit in your business name without PGing it. DW Gun Earth, whatever works for you, girl. I need of a mentor pad. Can you advise, please? I'm RN looking to go into aesthetics and med spa. You guys, I am not doing mentorships right now. I'm thinking about it. But one thing that I'm a little bit worried about mentoring people is the fact that I know a lot about business in general, right? But I do not know about specifics in business, if that makes sense. For example, Grace, the Inspiration Mommy, you want to go into aesthetic and med spa. I know nothing about aesthetic and med spa. I want to get a Botox one day and maybe some fillers. I haven't gotten them yet, and so sometimes I see a lot of people come to me and they want me to help them with their specific business. I can't do that. However, if you have questions about business in general, structure, credit, internal banking score, how to fill out your credit card applications the right way and things like that, I'm your girl. Hello, Gold. Thank you. Bless you. Thank you. Wow. You're welcome. He was wrong for that. I don't know. Does it show how to fund business funding for people for 10%? Credit card, what is your question? Get the ebook. You won't be sorry. Tremendous resource. Linda, you're so welcome. Yes, you guys, everybody that has gotten my e-course they're winning, and I love it. I absolutely love it. I just got a text from somebody. Sometimes, I build relationship with people and then they text me or they email me or whatever. And one of the girls who went through my course and she literally followed everything I talked about. Yesterday she texted me and I shared it on my TikTok, and she got $34,000 in business credit and she was shocked. First time business owner too, so that was great. Hello, I'm new here. I'm learning a lot from your page. You're so welcome, Treasure. Again, there's a lot of free information that you can go and use. You guys, get a revocable or an irrevocable trust. It just depends on what you want, okay? An irrevocable trust gives you a little bit more flexibility. You can change, amend, update, adjust. Okay, revocable trust. A revocable trust. I'm mixing this up. A revocable trust. Okay, you can amend, adjust. But it's really good. It protects you from going to probate. If anything happens, your beneficiary get everything you have. There's tax advantage to that, right? You pass things down on from generation to generation in a tax-free way or a tax-advantageous way. An irrevocable trust is a little bit more complex, okay? It gives you the highest amount of asset protection. We can put clauses there like a spendthrift clause that prevents, that makes it so that no creditors or debtors can come for your property. There are some clauses also in your irrevocable trust that does not let the IRS come for you. So irrevocable trust has the highest amount of asset protection. However, it is the most rigid, right? So some people, especially when they're young or you don't have a lot of asset, they usually like to stay away from an irrevocable trust. We are all students. You know what? I am a student too. I'm still learning, okay? All right, you are welcome. Go to the link in my bio. I have a one-on-one call that you can book. All right, you guys. Okay, perfect. Thank you all so much for coming to my life. If you guys know anything about me, I'm very passionate about building generational wealth, okay? Whether you're starting a business, if you're in my life today, I hope I've inspired you to start a business and I've taught you some strategies that you can use, okay, to be successful or to be able to structure right so that you look credible, so that you can get the funding that you want. If you want to learn more, go check out my guide. You guys, we need to start to learn how to build wealth, okay? Whether you want to start a business like I did from the scratch or you want to buy a business, okay? If you don't want to start a business, go buy a business. Do something, okay? It's a new freaking year, you guys. It's literally January 21st. 21 days have already gone out of this month, okay? What are you going to be by the end of this year? Who do you want to be known as by the end of this year? Even if you have a job that you love, I'm just going to say it, it doesn't hurt to have a supplementary income. Okay, it doesn't hurt to have something on the side. I have a friend who purchased a UPS store. Okay, she bought a business. She didn't start one like I did. She bought a business. If you guys want to buy a business, go check out Beast by Sell. Okay, Beast by Sell, online marketplace. Boomers retiring, selling businesses, freaking people who want to pivot, people who just want to retire. Ton of businesses there. I have a friend who bought a UPS store from Beast by Sell. In December, she made $134,000 in revenue. And she's been consistently making good revenue in her business. 84,000 here, 70-something thousand here. And she leveraged her 9-to-5, leveraged the skills that I taught her on how to build and how to get credit and how to get money to be able to buy the business. Okay, so it's called Beast, BIZBUYSELL, Beast by Sell. So you guys go check out Beast by Sell and see if there is a business. If you're passionate about something and there's something already for sale, these are businesses that already have systems in place, customers, revenue. Okay? And if you're smart, you can actually try to qualify for, you can actually only look to buy a business. Okay, yes, Beast by Sell. Okay, what I'm going to tell you guys, okay? If I was doing this from scratch again, okay? And I was going to buy a business on Beast by Sell, for example. So you guys, Beast by Sell, SMB Capital, that's another place that SMB Markets or Capital, I'm forgetting now. These are places you can buy businesses, okay? If I was starting from the scratch and I wanted to buy a business, I will go to Beast by Sell or SMB Markets, and I will only buy a business that already qualifies for the SBA loan, okay? What is an SBA loan? It's a loan that's backed by the U.S. government. Okay, literally, there are businesses on this website that you can buy that already qualifies for a small business loan. And when a business already qualifies for a small business loan, all you need to do is put 10% down to buy the business. And all I would do, is come up with, go pull up your girls, okay, and your guys, okay? Yeah, we're going to be having a good time in 2026, but we're also going to be making a ton of money, okay? Go put 10% down. If you buy a business for 100,000 or 150, 10% down. I know the economy is rough right now. I'm not trying to reduce that, but a lot of people spend $10,000 on a Chanel bag. I'm sorry. You could have bought a business with that, 10%. Okay, so put 10% down. You can get that business, and the government will fund that business. All you need to do is put 10% down to actually buy that business. Duh. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hire an accountant to go through the books and make sure that their revenue is stated correctly, their expenses are stated correctly, their EBITDA is stated correctly, the net income is stated correctly, right? I'll do my due diligence. And if the numbers make sense, again, I'm a numbers girl, right? Numbers is how I speak my language. If it makes sense, you buy the business, and you only had to put 10% down to buy a business. Okay? I'm going to tell you right now, we need to learn to build generational wealth, okay? It's just a little bit of decision here and there every single day, okay? Right now you've heard that, oh, there's a place I can buy a business. Then go tomorrow or over the weekend when you have time. Go on Be Spicy and go look for businesses and see what's in your area. If you want to buy like an e-commerce brand, you can buy it anywhere. Even if you want to buy like real estate, there are businesses that you don't have to be in the state to operate, right? Especially like if it's an e-commerce brand, right? So let's learn to build wealth, okay? Wealth is built through conscious effort and good decisions over time, okay? Conscious effort and good decisions, little decisions over time. For example, I'm also really passionate about teaching people how to build generational wealth and protect their asset through life insurance, okay? You guys, I'm passionate about any way that you can use to build generational wealth and build a legacy. A lot of people have, let me tell you, if you live in the United States of America, like most people on my life all do, because we all live here and the information I'm giving is mostly, American-based knowledge. If you live in the United States, you started driving your car at the age of 16 in most states, right? 16 is when you start driving your car. You have had a car insurance since you were 16, okay? Now you're 26 years old, okay? You have been paying your car insurance. You've had a car, except you live in New York and you have to take the subway. You've had a car insurance for 10 years, okay? But you cannot go to Geico or State Farm and say, hey, can I get 20 G's from, I've paid $250 every single month for my car insurance. That's a lot of money, you guys, do the math. Can I get like 10 G's from that money? They'll be like, are you freaking crazy? But do you guys know that you can get a life insurance that can be your bank, that you can put money towards, and you can go take money from your life insurance? Do you guys know you can have a life insurance that you do not have to pay an IUL? Yes, it's an IUL. Sonny, it's an IUL. Thank you for knowing this. Do you guys know you can have a life insurance that grows, that compounds in interest for you? So you know that car insurance that you pay to Geico and State Farm that you're never ever gonna get back? If you put that in your life insurance, that money compounds for you. You can get life insurance for your kids. When they turn 18, 24, they can take the money out and they can put a down payment for a house, go to school. And guess what? If you have a good life insurance, they don't even have to pay that money back if they don't want to. Okay? But imagine that we put insurance on everything, our cars, our homes. Some people even put insurance on their iPhone 18 Pro Max, when Apple is going to probably bring an iPhone 20 Pro Max tomorrow. Okay? You have an insurance for your iPhone. You have an insurance for your computer, but you do not have life insurance. You are the most valuable asset but you do not have life insurance for yourself. And a lot of people think, oh, life insurance. I'm just gonna be honest. Oh, life insurance. Oh, yeah, that's probably for like old people or like when you die. No, if you have a good life insurance, it could also help you when you get critically ill to replace your income. It could help you when you have a terminal illness. Okay, it could also pay out if anything happens to you and you pass on. Okay, little decisions that you can be doing. I'm giving you this life today. It's 2026. In 10 years, guess what? You're going to be 10 years older anyways. Okay? You guys, I have a life insurance broker. She is my life insurance. She gave my son, she gave me my life insurance, and she gave my son a life insurance. And you guys, when I tell you she is the best, because she's a licensed, okay? She is a licensed financial professional. She is also licensed broker, life insurance broker. So that means she knows all the life insurance in the US in all 50 states, and she will find the best policy for you and your family. And a lot of people don't also know life insurance is a plug and play. I didn't know a lot of this too, to be honest. I was in finance and I didn't know a lot of this stuff too. I knew a lot about investing in the stock market. I knew a lot about like businesses and stuff, but I didn't know how that the Rockefellers literally use life insurance to become freaking wealthy rich. Okay, so what's a good life insurance? If you want to learn more about life insurance and you want to learn options for you guys, if you're in my life right now and you're interested to learn more, again, I do not do it, but I have a life insurance agent that actually she comes on my live to sometimes do educational content. So one of these days, hopefully you guys can catch her and learn from her, because she has a ton of knowledge. If you want to meet with her, she will give you free educational free information, and then you can decide. Also, you guys, a lot of you don't know that life insurance is plug and play. If you want to get $1 million life insurance, you can. If you want to get 100,000 life insurance, you can. If you want to get 200,000 whatever you can afford, you can get in life insurance, and you can get a good life insurance, not a term life insurance, you guys. Okay, term life insurance only pays out about 6 or 8%. That means if you have a term life insurance, you're just pretty much wasting money. I'm sorry. But if you guys want to learn more, I'm going to show you right now. You can go to my TikTok right here, okay? If you guys click on this link right here, if it opens, because sometimes it doesn't, it's going to open this page, okay? See where it says contact me? If you put your information, I will send you guys her calendar. It will pop up and you just put your information. It's like a form. But again, if you go on my TikTok bio, is this one that says contact me, okay? Yeah, here. You just put your first and last name, your phone number, your email, and I will send it to her, and I will send you guys her calendar, and you can book a time with her and get the education you need and decide. But again, guys, I always say this unapologetically, you're going to get old regardless of what you do. It's better you buy young, okay? If you're older, you can still get life insurance. You may just pay a little bit more, right? But it's still super helpful. In fact, as a matter of fact, if you're a little bit older, maybe in your 40s, or 40s is not, okay, I'm just going to stop. If you're a little bit older, maybe in your 60s, if you're still healthy, okay, you can still get life insurance. My Gloria, she's the girl who I will send you guys her info. I will send you guys her calendar if you want to book a time with her, and it's free, literally free. Her mother is 73, and her mother actually, should I share this? Anyways, her mother got life insurance, but her mother had like a very like illness in the past, but because it's been like 10 years, she was able to qualify for a really good life insurance. So I don't know why not chocolate. Again, I don't do life insurance, but yeah, and they should be IUL with living benefits. Sonny, you know. Yes. Okay. So again, if you guys are interested, go. But higher monthly. It's higher monthly, but it's worth it though, because if you have a term insurance and you're paying $100 a month for $1 million life insurance policy, you're pretty much putting. You might as well be flushing your money in the toilet. I'm sorry. Because again, you guys, I'm a numbers girl, okay? At the end of the day, numbers, it's just the numbers that make sense for me. If you have a term life insurance policy and you're paying $100 every month and you have a $1 million policy, there's only a 6% chance that money would be paid out to you. You're pretty much flushing money in the toilet, right? And so for me, it's just the numbers. If the numbers don't make sense, it just doesn't make sense, okay? Yeah. Term is a waste of money. Again, you guys, you can fool me with a lot of things, okay? Maybe if you try to make me bake you something. Exactly. Maybe if you try to make me bake you something, I can't do that. But when it comes to numbers, you guys, I'm sorry, you can't fool me. That's my strength, is when it comes to numbers. That's my strength. So before I pick a life insurance policy, you better believe that I have run the numbers. I have done the pros and cons, because I'm just like, I'm a Capricorn too, sorry. This is how we are. I have literally, it's a good investment. And it's an investment in yourself and your future. Yes, I'm hungry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you complimenting my cheekbone. These cheekbones are real. I have never done anything yet. I'm not saying I'm never going to do, but I just got this from my mom. And all my sisters, we all got this cheekbones from my mom. My mom had like really big cheekbones. So thank you. Anyways, you guys, thank you for all coming to my live. Are you kidding me? 28.1K? You guys, let's double tap on the screen. Let's get me to 30K and then I'll leave. Thank you guys. Double tap on the screen. Thank you all so much for coming to my live, okay? I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the conversations, okay? I appreciate the thank you all so much. Let's get to 30K. I appreciate you guys just welcoming me on TikTok with open arms. This was my first time. Welcome. Why not chocolate? It's not gonna be your last, I promise. I have repeaters, because anytime you come to my life, I promise you that you're gonna learn something, okay? You're just gonna learn something. There's gonna be something to learn in my life, okay? That's just who I am. I'm always going to teach, because I absolutely love teaching and I love helping people. And so, yeah, but 29.7K. Go follow me on what? TikTok, right? I'm Pat. I have lots of good videos that I teach you guys a lot of things. 30K, you guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome, okay? Amazing. I appreciate all of you, okay? But thank you all so much for the 30K likes. Thank you for coming to my live. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for the questions. I love coming to TikTok. I think people on TikTok are just so elite, and there's just a ton. There's an energy on TikTok that Instagram or Facebook could never have. I'm just gonna be honest. And I have been shocked, because I just started TikTok because I was a bored entrepreneur. All my friends work 9 to 5, so I'm a mom, so I do have my busy time. But when my son is with his dad, I'm free. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to come on TikTok and see if I can make some friends. And I'm shocked that I've just been doing this for 3 months, and I now have 47.4K followers. So I was welcomed on TikTok with open arms, and I will continue to just do live. Hi, my Lady Rose Success. Again, it's crazy, because I never thought I'll come on TikTok and get so many followers, you guys. Every single day I wake up to hundreds of followers. I'm just really grateful for the love that TikTok has showed me, and I hope to continue to help people in the space to be authentic and to give like really good information that's going to help move the needle for people. Again, if you want to start a business, go check out the link in my bio, learn the strategies. What's your link? This is my first time. Let me see if I can put the link in this TikTok. I don't know if you can put a link. Sorry, I'm not like a TikToker. You guys, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. I'm still